Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to Matchday Tribunal, where every football opinion goes on trial and no opinion is safe. Anyways, let's get into it. We're going to go as usual by seeing which of us got our predictions right, and the biggest surprises this week and which club embarrassed our predictions. And yes, so I think for predictions, Aki is leading.
Always.
Okay, well, it's actually we both have 4 points, so calm down. But you got one result standalone. Your Brentford and West Ham. You're the one that got that correctly. You said Brentford win, and then I got Sunderland win. I'm the one that got that correctly, and then I got Man U win. That's that. I don't know why you guys predicted any other thing for Man U and Liverpool, because yeah. And Joseph, who is not here today, got the Spurs win. Joseph has been saying Spurs will relegate, and I guess they may not relegate at this point unless West Ham does us one big favor by knocking out.
Going to send North London into into chaos.
Okay, so well, this week, what are we talking about this week? We're talking about Manchester United. Like they're officially playing Champions League football next season. And yeah, it's I don't know. I just saw one stat today that Carrick has gotten 30 points since
32 points.
32 points since he took over. So I guess he has lost some few games, but so now Man U is going, and we don't know if they're getting a new coach. Are they going to get a new coach or they're sticking with Carrick?
We don't know yet. Most likely Carry.
Yeah,
I think they'll get a new coach.
they'll
Like
get.
they'll get.
But do you
Yeah.
think it makes sense for them to get a new coach, seeing as these guys?
That'll be silly for them.
Exactly now. Who do they want to get? Who will do a better job than what he's doing right now?
It's more a because if you really think about it, Carrick is doing a good job, but Carrick is not really doing any spectacular tactics or anything. It's just basically
Nobody cares about tactics now. It's
yeah.
just 3 points.
Oh, but some people
Who's
will
coming?
care.
Who's coming with the tactics? Who is coming with it? Remember your guy, I'm having mad tactics.
Tactics that will not bring in 3 points.
I'm not want to see everybody say it's a bit more fast, but I feel like it's hard to say. I really want Carrick to get the job, but I think they're going to try and avoid that social thing that happened to them. Social has scarred Man U a little bit.
It did
The
not
way that he
scam Man
won everything
Solskjaer did not scam Man U. Solskjaer did not
was
scam Man
scarred
U.
them well,
He
though,
gave them
because
no. Solskjaer
How
gave
did
them
you
their
sign
best
him?
run in the Premier League ever since
Mhm.
He
Ferguson
came
left.
second now.
Yes.
So what do you mean?
and then he started losing badly
No, you
after
forgot the most
everything.
important thing in the picture you don't want to
Ronaldo.
mention. They signed one
What?
player. Mention that player's name.
Yeah, okay. Before they signed Ronaldo,
They were fine.
they were fine.
Mm-hmm.
Then they
They were
signed
okay. They
Ronaldo.
were average.
No, they
Then they
were top
signed
four.
Ronaldo.
They were top four. They made
They were top
Champions League
four,
3 years
yes,
of
top four,
yeah.
but not the blistering start that he had when he was still caretaker manager.
They were top four. Now they are
They were
not
top
even
four.
they are qualifying for Champions League the first time in like 3 years. So from there to there is they should stick to Carrick, by the way.
I think you should
That's
stick.
best.
I hope they do, but I have the feeling that they will look for somebody else. Especially as, again, if we talk about how the Champions League went this year, this last few days, like this Man U squad definitely cannot compete with
So
the
they'll
rest of
buy
this season.
players.
So
So
they'll
now
buy players for sure.
United has qualified, and with what we are seeing in the Champions League, if they go there, can they
What are you
compete
saying in the Champions League?
PSG buying?
Okay, so let's start this. So let's
So
start this way. Let's
what?
start this way. Let's start this way.
Whatever his name is.
If
We are
Man U
seeing
goes to
Cavadona, I
okay,
just call
so
him Cavadona
if
because
Man
I
U
like
goes to
express.
Champions League right now as they are today, do you think they make round of 16?
Oh, they will make round of 16 for sure.
Exactly.
Do you think they'll make round of 16?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Why not? Man is better than Chelsea, oh.
It's the truth, like so because you're all talking like
They're higher on the table is not better
you're all
than
talking
Chelsea.
like they're going to win.
Okay. Let's
Okay,
take it back.
Newcastle. Is Man U not better than Newcastle?
No, not when
Newcastle are very bad this year. I don't want to say
Okay,
not when
so
Bunagi is in form. They're not better than Newcastle when Bruno Guimaraes is in form.
no, what I'm
Newcastle
saying, is that Newcastle is bad this year. They are 14th or so. They still
yeah.
made round of 16.
Yeah,
Tottenham.
honestly, I'm looking at it as a squad team, right? I think their squad will struggle because they don't really have the players ahead. They have attackers, but I don't know.
I think you're assuming that United they will not sign players. They're going to sign at
No, no,
least.
no, no. I am not. Honestly, I know that at least they will sign two midfielders
Two
this
midfielders,
summer.
yeah.
They
Exactly.
must. They
And once they
must. Yeah.
sign midfielders, what else do they need? Their attack is they've sorted out the attack.
Left
They
back,
will
right
sign
back.
defenders and they will sign midfielders, obviously.
They'll
They're not
sign
buying
one.
strikers
I think
again.
they have defenders, all
I
those
don't
They
think
don't
they'll
have
things.
buy
defenders.
attackers
They don't have
anymore.
defenders.
They will
use
buy
one of
two
their
central
guys.
No, no,
midfielders.
they don't have defenders.
It's injured though. Joseph was just
Who?
telling me that delete.
Delete has been
I've been
injured
injured since
since.
for a while.
Martinez
Yeah.
is always injured. So they are,
Yeah.
if they have to play Evan, they will sign a defender,
Yeah.
one defender at
So
least.
they'll sign one defender. And I think if they sign one defender, one midfielder, they will compete
No, they will even
seriously.
sign two midfielders. Two
They are
midfielders.
signing two midfielders for
So
sure.
what's going to happen
But I
to
think that they will sign with left back, right back. I don't think they will sign centre backs anymore.
No. They don't need to sign centre back.
They don't need to sign
They might sign those kind of Mosquera kind of defenders that can also play, like one of the
in centre. Yeah.
center and right back,
Okay.
like that kind of
Yeah.
player. So, but Man U right now, for me, if they go to the Champions League, as they are going to the Champions League, they will finish top 16 in the league format. There's no way they don't finish top 16. There's no way.
If they
Honestly,
sign,
I agree with
like
you.
I'm saying
I'm
they
really deep in that Newcastle beat somebody 10-0. I'll be nice. How
Yes,
much did
now
this score? 7-0. I'll be how much? How
yes.
many goals did this score in that quarterback people? They
my
will
when Tottenham was not winning any game in the Premier
They,
League, they were winning
they,
the Champions League.
They were beating everybody in Champions League.
So
this new format deceives teams
it
anyway.
has always been like this, by the way. It's the same. There's
Yeah.
always a weak, 2 weak teams in every group.
But I'm more
Mm.
So
interested in the midfielders you guys think United will sign because Meno is now. So if they sign two midfielders, will Meno still be getting game time, or what's the plan if they sign two midfielders?
Mino
Again, it
will play.
depends on the coach that is there. That's
Mhm.
I think because think about if they sign like Baleba and Elliot Anderson
Mhm.
or
I know
Watson,
enough.
these are their top
I
three in
know
this
enough.
thing. These are their top three.
Mhm.
They see they sign any of these three. Are they better than Menu?
Yeah,
Yes. Yes. So will it start over these three? Probably not.
no.
So
That's
yeah.
because I'm
Yeah,
beginning
that
to
case it depends on the coach
think
that's there.
Because they want to give Bruno they want to extend his contract right now, which sees
Kind of
that Bruno will play probably till like 34, 35 in Man U with the way it's going.
yeah.
So, and that already takes out a
Mhm.
whole position in the midfield. So the attacking midfield position. So because the way they are playing right now, that they're not playing with like an attacking midfielder anymore. They are playing with like a front four. That Bruno
Yeah.
is part of the front four. The way Lampard plays in Chelsea, that's what Bruno is playing. Bruno is not tasked with carrying the ball, doing 1-2. That's not his job. His job is pick the ball in front of the box, look for a pass or try to score. And that is
true.
what Bruno is doing right now. And because of that, they're going to be short one player in the midfield because of that. Because now they have to play with 4 attackers. And that's why they are
Yeah.
scoring lots of goals.
I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them. So do you think they are back, or it's just the way the
They are
Premier
not
League
back.
is working?
This is still they are back to I think. And I'm just because if I look at Premier League right now, Arsenal and Man City are the same or like the same level when
Mhm.
it comes to the same level. Liverpool, because of the transition of the new players, we never know what will happen next season. It may be
Mhm.
worse or they might improve. Chelsea too is going through a transition phase. So outside of
For like
Man
4 years.
City and outside of Man City and Arsenal, there's a vacuum in that third spot that Man U can exploit. There's a
Absolutely. Yeah.
big vacuum there.
So that means they are back. If we're considering them for that third spot, we can say they're back
But
because
you see now,
season
I
Man
think
U
it's
fans,
consistency.
is not too
Consistency will know whether you're back or not.
yeah.
You can't just say after one season. Like the way Newcastle keep flip
No,
flopping,
not even
or the
after
way
one
Aston
season,
Villa.
though. After 4 months,
Mm.
after 3 months.
You have to do it again next season before we know that they are back.
very
I
well.
don't think they are
But they
Then
back.
are
they've been playing,
it's
then they've been
it's
playing one
so
game per week for like
this conversation.
Mm.
they've been playing one game every 2 weeks for like since February. So that one too
Yeah,
is
that will
also
help a
another
lot.
big factor as well too.
Because let's not forget they jam from every competition very early,
First
like
round,
from first round
That's
FA
what
Cup,
Carrick now.
before Carrick, yes, but so it's still the same squad. The
Mm-hmm.
squad did not
Think
basically change.
about it this way. Declan Rice has played 50 games for us, 51 games for Arsenal so far, and he has not even played in every game. Man Youth all together have played only 40 games this season. They are only going to play 40 games this season. That's the maximum number of games they are going to play. 40 games.
Okay,
And
well,
Chelsea has played a lot more than even out of like the big clubs in England. Man is the only one that probably played the least amount of games.
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. Well, when we're talking about Man U, you asked what season, who is playing in the Champions League? Like, why can't Man U play there? So let's talk about the ballers everybody have been talking about this week. Everybody's saying, oh, the Premier League is a boring league, and the Champions League has exposed the fact that Premier League is boring. So let's start by comparing the wingers in the Premier League, like the today's wingers versus the old era wingers. So do you think that these wingers now would they get a mention if they were playing in the era of prime Hazard, prime Salah, prime Mahrez?
Like I disagree with the statement that the Premier League is boring. The Premier League is one of the Premier League defensive system right now was what the Serie A was in the 90s. The Premier
Mhm.
League right now is one of the most solid defensive system in Europe right now, and that was what Serie A was in those days. Whereby for to beat any Serie A team, then you have to score more than one goal against a Serie A team. You must be like you must be very 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 good. So if wingers are doing excellently well playing against, let's say Bayern Munich, the Olises against PSG, but they couldn't do that against Arsenal. The same Olise couldn't do that against Arsenal. Timber locked him.
Was Olise fit when they played
Yeah, he
this?
played in the first round.
Yeah.
Timber locked him down completely. He didn't see any space to run into. But also too, the Bayern PSG wingers, yeah, PSG fullbacks, they always play high up. Hakimi and Mendes. We know they are not the best defensive fullbacks. They are more attacking fullbacks. And you will see the number of assist and goals Mendes and Hakimi score. So if you are judging Olise's excellent wing play because of Mendes and Hakimi, it's a very wrong. It's a very
Yes.
wrong matchup.
Yeah. I agree with you too.
For me, I'm just saying, like the wingers we have now, like if they were playing in the era of the Mahrez and Hazard, are we going to give them the mention? But to answer
Because
your question about Olise, I know that Olise is creative, like, and then again, he can two-footed player. Like for people who love smiling football, they're going to love Olise. But I know that if I'm building a defensive team, if I'm building a team that I need my wingers to track back, I'm probably not going to consider Olise. So
this
that's for me.
even the smiling football, Doku is a lot better than only say with smiling football when it comes to
I
taking on.
wouldn't no Doku
Who?
1v1.
Yeah, when it comes to
No.
taking on,
I won't put
See,
Doku in that.
you know why I'm
nah,
saying that.
Okay.
You know why I would say that is this is that
Doku wins it. But for creativity, nah, Olise
that's
is
what I'm saying, like
creative.
taking on fullback because I did Olise wasn't taking on fullbacks in the Premier League when he was there. He
Well,
Yeah,
wasn't.
but he was playing
the Premier
10
League
on that glass now.
half the time.
And you okay, so I think the first thing is that you have to look at that like that Bayern game, that Bayern PSG game, or PSG Bayern, you have to take it out of the
Out of
equation
this,
because that game is. I know people are saying that defending was bad, but I don't think defending was bad. I think it was the
they didn't
tactics
plan to
that the
defend.
managers,
They
yeah,
both didn't
that
plan to
the
defend.
managers engineered situations where they could always be 1v1 against any defender. Like
Defender.
if you go and look at Cavara's first goal, if you see the movement that he does, like
He brought the fullback in.
yeah, bro, they still went again, did it again. So Due that's supposed to be on the other side is the one who actually comes to his side to come and play. So the rotation and the movement
Yeah,
always meant that there was always a both teams just basically kept engineering ways of like let their wingers just be attacking only one
their
defender.
fullbacks as well too were
Yeah,
involved
but
in the attack.
Premier League, most teams double up against
Against
wingers like that.
wingers.
Most teams double up against they always double up against Doku. So Pep tries to engineer a system by making Rico Lewis move infield so that at least he can drag somebody away and create space. But
Same with
not
Saka.
every
Same
team.
with Saka. Saka plays against a double up. They double
Yeah,
up on Saka
Saka
like
always plays against double up.
if
Always.
you leave Saka
Yeah.
1-on-1, you are finished. Like what happened
Yeah.
yesterday? You are finished.
But
Was it
again, to
Jimenez?
answer your question, Hazard they used to double up against
No,
Hazard. Hazard will
Hazard for me is
still
like the
Hazard will still
and
showcase
Hazard
that
didn't
he's
re-
a baller.
Hazard as well didn't really play wing. Hazard was like this free role player that
the
You see
AC.
everywhere. So he exploits space.
If Mayestu was another winger
Oh,
in those
Mahrez is a
days,
baller.
it's
Yeah,
tough.
Mario was the baller too.
So that's what I'm asking. Like all these guys, they were consistently good, and they used to change games. The wingers we have now in Premier League, can we compare them to the Hazards and the Mahrez of those
No,
days?
you can't compare them.
You
The
can't
thing is
compare
that
with
no,
hard.
you can't compare them. The problem is that you see, because I feel that because there's so much money now in the Premier League, there's a lot to lose. So teams are doing everything to stay in the Premier League. So teams now are so like think about it this way. How many years ago would you think that a coach that is coaching Crystal Palace could be in prime position to coach Chelsea or Man U? Those
No.
conversations were not happening before. You don't get coaches in the lower 10 leagues.
Yeah.
But
You have
now
to go and win something somewhere before
the
you come
quality
and
of the coaches in
get
the
the
Premier League is so good that it's like any one of them could coach any of the top five team. At least at least I would say maybe another outside the top. Right now, Iraola could coach any of the top teams easily.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah.
Glasner as well too. Even this guy in Nottingham Forest.
Mm.
This guy in Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's he can do
Pereira.
right now?
Pereira. So the
Pereira,
quality
yeah.
of the coaching is so good that which you don't find in Spain, in Italy, and in France right now. There's like concentration of just very good players in like the top one or two teams, and the rest are just badly average. Look
Well,
at
you talk on quality, but again, do you think the Premier League is a bit too tactical and like the
Yeah,
it
Premier
is,
it's way too strong. That's what that game showed us.
it is.
Yeah, then
I feel like the lesson everybody should take from that game is that just let your wingers cook. Let's go back
Yeah.
to enjoyable football, not this structured thing of because if you take the difference between that game and the Arsenal Atletico game next this thing, where nobody wants to take risk. It's all let's be patient, let's probe, let's see. But these guys were
that's
taking
what
every
I was
part of the risk.
trying to
It
get.
was a risk.
Managers in the Premier League are obsessed. Most of the managers are obsessed with structure over flair. And I think when we talk about this argument, that's just it.
No,
Like
no,
people
but
love
I
chaos.
agree with I agree with you
Yeah,
because
but the
yeah, so
manager who used to take risk
Mike,
finished 17th. They
let me
won Europa League. So
exactly.
nobody will really everybody will look at it like, but my structure carry me to 10. Let me just be managing my
Mike,
structure and be
let me
going.
ask you one question.
And are you talking
Mike,
about Big Ange?
Big hand, man.
Let me ask you one question.
Mate,
You think that the first leg of Arsenal Atletico Madrid, imagine that one of them won 2-0. Do you think that that game would do you think that there's a game left to play in the second leg?
Yes,
I
I
say
actually do.
imagine that Diego Simone won 2-0 or Ateta
Yeah.
won 2-0. What do you think will happen in the second leg?
that
Yes,
one attack
they
now.
will go
Mike,
and they will
what do you
lock
think will
down
happen in
at
the
the
second
third.
leg?
They will lock down at the third, but
I'm
there's still a
saying
game
that
to play.
think about this from use Mourinho's brain. What do you think will happen in the
Mm-hmm.
second leg?
Yes,
I
no,
don't
the
know.
first time I scored two goals
It's
with
six
defense,
six
and
four
the
zero.
second time we go
It
and
will be
attack.
a lockdown. It will be a
It's
lockdown
6-0.
for
You
so
see double
that's the
decker
reason why
boss.
both of them that's why both of them played like that. They know themselves that whoever takes a lead in this first leg,
Yeah.
nothing will happen in the second leg. Nothing.
Yeah,
So
but
I don't think
Can
but
we
I
again,
now
think
like I
there's
said,
more to
that
think
the
that
game was the kind of game that we grew up. Like that's the kind of football me I love. Like all my
but
favorite
there's more
players are
money
like
now in football.
Ronaldinho,
There's
Hazard,
more money in
players that are
football
showcased.
than
Like I won't die you. I just the watch ball, the watch ball. I just smiling. My seat was off the air. Then I kept to watch Arsenal
but you know
Atletico.
someone even did an
Like,
analysis and said that there were more shots, more pass into the
Atletico had
half.
like 17
Atletico
shots.
Madrid Arsenal game than PSG Bayern game. That there were more
oh,
chances created in the Atletico Madrid Arsenal game than the Bayern PSG.
Chances created, but then Atletico had
I'm
17
how?
serious.
shots. 17
Yes.
shots.
How? I can barely remember chances. Like, basically, that game went one way. Like Arsenal are a very good defensive team. I'm not going to lie because Atletico came out in that game and they
Were
were
easily
actually attacking.
yeah, 17 shots.
But it's fatigue. I feel like Arsenal is fatigued because all of a sudden you lost your structure in the second half in a way.
Yeah,
It was now
Odegaard got
Atletico just
injured,
bombarding.
was pulled out.
Yes,
And once
I feel like it's fatigue.
Arsenal is midfield. Once the midfield collapses, there's always a much
Mm,
more.
it's fatigue. You
Okay,
guys
so
are
think.
fatigued.
Okay, now think. Let me take you to one thing. So yesterday, Atletico Madrid played with 11 players that are not going to play on Tuesday, and they still won
Resting players.
2-0. Tell me a team in the Premier League that can do that and win comfortably 2-0.
well, not comfortably,
Keeper was
but
benched. 11
Man
players
City,
starting
Pep is
10.
always trying it, but it's never working out for him this
Yeah,
season.
Arsenal maybe,
What's it?
Who?
I'm saying that even if
maybe.
I don't think
I
anybody
don't think
can.
so.
I don't think anybody can.
You bench your whole team. Like
Mm,
these are teenagers, not even you're not even
yeah,
Chelsea did it last season now with our team B.
no, you have a
yeah,
team
but
B.
but
Team B.
Europa Conference League team.
But you seriously, Shay, your team B is not your team B is even team B. This is like teenagers, like these are like academy players. And they
Mm,
still want 2-0 in the Premier League. Man City cannot line up like that against Forest and they will not draw that
So,
game at
so
best. It just shows you the quality of both leagues. That's where I'm going to.
yeah. The Premier League is very, very competitive. It's way too
Too
competitive, and
competitive.
that makes it way too structured because it's now marginal football you have to
This
play.
marginal football, the
Yeah, which is
different
the problem I have. Like, I just wish all the managers would just watch that
I
game.
do agree
You know
with
what?
you guys,
Let's just attack.
yeah.
but I agree with you guys, but I still think the coaching in the Premier League is killing the creativity of the players.
No, it's not the coaching. It's what you are faced with. So you have to coach to what you are faced with.
Because like, another example is like Dowman. Now we can see like Dowman is the kind of player everybody wants to watch. But I think that guy is going to be coached into being very
Okay, so
pragmatic.
let me now tell you
What
Dalman.
what he wants to do.
Let me tell you Dalman yesterday. We could have scored a fourth goal yesterday. That Dalman run, he had taken on two players already. He had caught it well. Madueke was standing alone, waiting for a pass. But Dalman even went to apologize to him after he shot the ball. The coach will be telling the 16-year-old that, are you all right? Next time, you have
That's it.
done the excellent job. You are not in a good position to shoot, but you have drawn three players to yourself. Just lay a pass to Madueke. Madueke shoots with first touch. So those are the margins. Those are the small margins that you can't. The Premier League is so competitive that
Yeah, but that's Shei's point right there. Like,
it's so
you cannot
competitive.
imagine them telling Cavara or Due, for example, or Bakula, like, oh, you're in that position, pass to Dembele. They will tell them, just shoot. Just
Mhm.
shoot. That's the difference.
But you know as well too that PSG knows that even if they are poor, they will win the league. So it's a
Y-
different thing entirely.
Mhm.
Yeah,
They know even if they are poor, they will win the league.
yeah.
In the Premier League, the margins are so small that maybe it's just 2-3 games between you doing well. 3 games can decide your fate completely in the Premier League. 3 games.
Imagine 20th position Wolves are not won any game coming to collect points against
From
Arsenal.
Arsenal, from Man
My
City.
head, and since then, now they are still dropping points up
And
and down everywhere to
yesterday
everybody.
they drew with Sunderland. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
with all
Imagine Burnley that has relegated. Man City struggled to score only one goal,
only one.
and they could not. So
true.
those things don't happen in the Bundesliga. It doesn't happen in the French league. You can go to play the French league and relax and still win a game without moving out of game one. Premier League, you will run your life out.
So now that we're talking about this league goals, another stat I saw this week, and please correct me if I'm wrong. Kane, Olise, and Diaz, they've all together they've scored 100 goals. Is that true?
More than now.
More than
Okay, more
100
than
goals now.
100 goals.
More than 100
And
now.
then I just thought of, okay, we've talked about the league, talked about creativity, talked about margin of error, but the team chasing that is trying to win the league, how many goals have they scored? So talking about all of these, three guys in one team have scored more than 100 goals, and I don't know how many goals Arsenal has scored.
Maybe
They were
close
hoping
to
to
So
100
score
as
100
well, too.
corners
Maybe
this
about
what?
season.
100 goals as well, altogether.
Arsenal?
Yeah, they were hoping to score 100 corners this season.
Maybe
Some
about
Nigeria
100.
players.
I'm sure
So,
Arsenal have scored more than 100 goals this season, by the way.
No, just
I'm sure more than
okay.
100 goals.
From
yeah,
your
but you know, okay, apart from Gyökeres, who now has 20, how many goals? 21 or
21
20?
goals.
21, 21.
If you take Gyökeres out, of which, anyway, Gyökeres is not a good player, but he has done the job that they brought him to do.
Oh
Absolutely.
my.
That's just a fact.
Let's take Harry Kane out of the Bayern Munich equation too now. Let's see how many goals they won.
Olise and Diaz will make it now.
The Diaz has
How
scored
many
more
goals
than
does Harry Kane have altogether this season?
50 something,
So
close
take
to
it out
50.
of 101.
That's 50.
No, what I'm just saying is that
Diaz has more goals than
what
Gyökeres.
I'm just saying is that like you are taking your careers out. I'm saying take Harry Kane out.
Yeah, and we don't take, we take two of them out.
So
Who is your next highest scorer? Is he up to 10 goals?
Maybe
no,
Saka.
I think it's going to be
Oh,
Martinelli. think so.
Not Gabriel, the corner, the guy that scores from corners.
Okay, but I think it's Martinelli. Martinelli was
So
our
that,
highest
that
goal
that
scorer
right
in
there is the
Champions League.
problem, right? That right there is the
That's
problem.
what
Because,
we're asking. Like, it's
yeah,
squad balance the
But
issue.
but the thing is as well too, like Arsenal since like Ateta came has always been shared goals. We've never had someone score 20 goals in any season. Maximum has been I think 18 or 19 or so. So it's been shared goals across the whole team since it came. So that is the style of play. So I'm not surprised that I think the best we had was I think Odegaard at 20 in all competitions and 15 assists or something like that. That was the best we had. So it's never been we get a player that scored 30 goals. We've never even had one since Aubameyang. So I don't think that's a problem for that. Arteta he always says that they share the goals amongst themselves, whether anybody can score. So,
If you guys do not win the league this season, do you think it would be down to not having a prolific striker?
no, it's
Okay.
down to us just not taking our chances in some games. And I feel that the two games that might cost us the league is the Wolves and Brentford game. The Wolves the game that we lost last minute, and the Brentford equalized as well. So those are the two games, not even the Bournemouth game, because those two games were the time we could have extended the lead to like 14 points, the lead to
Mhm.
like 14 points. And drawing those two games created like we shouldn't have drawn against Wolves. It was a last minute error between Ryan and Gabriel. Um, Brentford as well too. Set piece goal. They scored us. We couldn't come back from it. Yeah, but
Yeah, well,
that's like not. It's not down to we didn't have a striker. Like yes, I don't like blaming anybody, but
mhm.
we got a striker that is like had to adjust to like how we play
But
entirely.
yeah,
A different
he has
kind of
scored
yeah.
21 goals. I don't know what
No, I'm
adjustments you
just saying
guys.
no, because he scored 21 goals, but let's ask ourselves like Fulham is the first team he will score against that is like a top 10 team. Most of the goals were
and
against.
Fulham is on the beach.
So he scored most of his Premier League goals against like the bottom four.
Yeah,
So
yeah. That's what I was saying. Take away Gyökeres because all these
so
goals are like
I don't really
low
rate his
level
goals as
goals.
such. I don't really rate
Mm.
like so he's not really proving to me. Yes, yesterday he played well, and that's probably his best game he played. I saw one post that said his ex-girlfriend that he broke up with was in the stadium. So he was trying to play.
What they say about you have to show success to your enemies. The best revenge is
And
success.
the girl posted his picture, celebrating his video with his mask after the game. So maybe the girl is finally warming his way back to his heart, or they are getting back together. So
I
someone said
guess
he was playing for her.
yeah, well,
So
if Arsenal wins the league this season, they'll be telling us that it's possible to win the league without having a 30-goal striker. That's what they're going
we've
to be
won.
telling us.
Yeah, that's other teams have done it as well too. Like Chelsea won the league with Mourinho without a 30-goal striker. So what are you talking about? Like Drogba probably had 20
Wait,
last season, and Lampard
Yeah,
probably
well,
had 20.
but
Yes.
wait, Drogba wasn't like the top
Just
striker. That's
Drogba was your number
okay.
one striker. Number this first
and
name
I
on the
think how many goals did he score when Chelsea won the league?
maybe 12 or 13 goals.
That's
Drogba
interesting.
didn't
It was
score more than
not
100 goals altogether for
Good
Chelsea.
Johnson and Kesman were in that team now, right?
Because I know that Drogba scored like 12 or 13 goals. The highest goal scorer probably was Lampard, maybe the second Premier League title. And I don't think any other person scored more than 15 goals. So
Oh, so okay. So you guys are going to
Man City
just
has won the league without a striker scoring 20 goals. So Man City
okay.
won the league without a striker. So what are we talking about?
Which of their league was this?
um, when they started playing Bernardo Silva, Gundogan as false nine, you remember Mike? Like
Yeah,
they were playing.
So how were the
yeah.
goals shared amongst them that
It was
time?
shared among the front six: Sterling, Mahrez,
Sterling
Bernardo
was
Yeah, a
kind
lot
of
of people. Yeah, a
playing.
lot of different people scored
Was
Kevin De
goals
Sterling
that
was
time.
kind of
Bruyne.
playing the false nine that
Sane, I think a lot of people just.
Pep was just playing first now with different any one of them. You don't even know the one that will play nine in the next game.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was
He
what
was
happened.
rotating
Like
his first nine.
was rating
Yeah.
the first nine. There were six of them. So
Mm,
the same way Spain played that time without a striker, they'll play 4-6, four
yeah.
seven.
Fabregas was there.
Fabregas will now be first nine.
Nine.
So
Fabregas was the nine.
it's happened. Like even I would say the most prolific striker that Pep had played with is Alan.
Yeah,
He has always
definitely.
played with like a not so. He likes the Pep likes to share the goals among the front attacking players. So
Well, there was the Messi first nine season. It's not the season he scored 50 goals. Or was it under Enrique he scored 50
yeah,
goals
Messi?
calendar year?
I think it was under. It was under. I think it was first season of Enrique.
Yeah, it was
I
first
think it was
season of
first season
Enrique.
of Enrique
Yeah.
when they won the treble as well too.
Those are the players that are undoubted. We can't even be arguing whether they're world class or not.
No.
When we're talking about
I even I don't even put them in world class conversations. You know, there's a conversation that you don't put.
so when we're talking about world class, that's who I think about Messi
I
and
agree with you
Ronaldo.
as well too. Like
Arguing like whether they're world class or not because they've been consistent. And I guess now we can put Kane
Kane is world
inside.
class.
Kane,
Kane is world
huh?
class. Kane is world class.
Kane is ahead, exactly. I thought you were to
Exactly.
say no worker. Kane has
So,
always been
so do
world
you
class.
think, I'm sure if this guy joined Madrid or Man City years ago,
You should
he'd
have
probably be Ballon d'Or.
Yeah,
possibly.
I said it before now in one of these podcasts that Tottenham were just disrupting his life for no reason,
Yeah,
and it's because he was a fan of the club, or else if he was still in England, he would have bypassed Shearer's record by
I'm
now.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Even you would have
So
said maybe we'll be on 300 and something goes by now.
yeah, he has and he's such an amazing player because he's not fast, he cannot dribble. Things
Mm-hmm.
that actually make somebody a proper nine, like he doesn't have he's
Now, Shay,
average in those things.
now Shay,
Then he's
now
not
let's go
very
back to
good in
your
other
question
things.
about talent. Harry
Okay.
Kane was not a talented player in the
Yeah,
academy.
Mm-hmm.
How he
yeah.
plays. Now, let's go back to one person that you don't really like. Harry Kane today was made by someone that Shay does not like. Who was that person?
Pochi baby.
Pochettino. So
Pochi.
just telling you that like Harry Kane was a very average footballer, very, very average player that he was on loan in Leicester.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even went on loan in
So it
Leicester, he
was
could not
Is
play.
this where, is
actually
this where like a coach? That's where you can see the influence of a coach. Like
Harry Kane
coach,
is a
you can
perfect
see coach
example.
made Harry Kane
Harry
who
Kane is
Harry
a
Kane
perfect
is.
example of
That
what
that
Poch
makes a
made.
lot of sense. And do we still have that anymore? Is it so? I want so of course I know the answer. We don't have that anymore. And that's because people you don't have one manager staying in one club. One
yeah,
manager will stay in
Yeah.
one for 3 years and then you go. Like for instance, I'm so happy with the way Meno is getting games and like he's playing very well. If Amorim was still there, we don't know.
hmm,
Nobody will know Meno's future, but now a new manager has come. They are trusting him.
Yeah,
He's
actually.
playing, and for me now, I'm like, it will be unfair. Not, I don't want to use the word unfair, but it's going to be somehow if this guy doesn't get to play next season because I think Meno is good. He has talent, and we
well,
all
One person I will
it's
also
a
say as
squad
well too.
rotation team now. Football is now a squad team. It's not really a
Not
first
squad.
11 team anymore.
The one
You will
person I will
play.
also yeah, the one person I will also give credit to for improving well is Bukayo Saka and Mikel Arteta. Despite that, it was even Emery that brought what's it called Saka into the first team as a
Mm,
left wing back. It was Mikel that saw that this boy can actually you can use your left foot very well. You are a left wing back. It was Mikel that turned into a right wing, and he's one of the
mm.
best right wingers in Europe for today.
so is he
So
what?
no, it's not world
But
class yet
he
because
was playing left wing in
That
the academy
just
under
so no, I'm saying
yeah.
like in the first team. You know,
In
when
the
it came to
first
the first,
11, yeah,
took him to
it's
left wing
space to come and
back.
play.
It was
Yeah.
yeah, Mikel was one that saw that started playing, wanted the inverted thing and took him to right wing. And Saka has been playing there now for like 5, 6 seasons.
But some players are like that. Like for example, Gerrard broke into Liverpool team playing at right back.
Yeah.
Then they moved him to midfield.
Although the
So
rule is Taraga said to break from academy to first team,
yeah,
everybody
you have to
goes to
play.
defense. It's defense.
There has to be defense.
It's
So
defense.
that's where like Trent's problem really is
There's always
because
space.
yeah, if you see Trent, you see this guy is a midfielder, but because he broke into the team as right back, and then their midfield was stacked, and then Klopp realized, oh, this guy's crossing is way too good to be in
Stay there.
midfield. Let me just leave him with him. Fullback, just be creating chances for me. So now he's not a right back since somebody that
That's
is
what
not
ruined his
really a
career.
right back.
That's what destroyed his
that's
career.
the flip side
Mm.
of a manager, like the way Poch has made Kane now. Klopp has made Trent
You
like
know what's funny? You know what's funny about the Poch ones that you know that Tottenham actually bought a striker.
which one?
Bought a
What's his
striker.
name?
Um,
What's that guy's name? Ah, that Spanish guy. No, 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 no,
Which
yeah,
no.
it's
one?
Spanish.
No,
They
no, no,
bought a
no, no. What's the
striker
one?
that
Ah, who was that
that was
guy?
the plan for the season.
Name.
Then
I
I
can't
think it was
remember his name.
I can't remember
Ah,
what because Poch
but
told the
someone
story.
should comment the name of that guy.
Poch told the
Everybody.
story. Yeah, Poch told the story before that they bought a striker, and I think it was
Mm.
during preseason, and Poch was like, "Harry Kane is going to be my striker for the season," and he told Harry Kane. Then Harry
Mhm.
Kane just came back from loan from Leicester. That was a very woeful loan spell.
No, well, actually, it was Team Sherwood that played. Team Sherwood. I was trying to think of Team
Sherwood,
Sherwood that played Kane first before Poch came,
yeah,
and then Poch started like, this guy is a 9. This guy is a 10. This guy is very good in passing the ball, great. So he now engineered his whole team
around
to
him.
benefit from Kane's passing talent. Like Dele Alli now started running beyond
Yeah.
this thing.
So you will not
Dele
see
Alli now
Harry
started
Kane.
running beyond Kane.
You won't see Harry
Mm-hmm.
Kane doing like the Haaland kind of run, whereby he's like at the shoulder of a defender. You won't see him. Harry Kane is more of the mode of Benzema. Those kind of strikers that they will come to the ball before you know what's happening. They are behind you. Those kind of
Mhm.
strikers. They're not like the Haaland type that they want to just
Yeah.
run behind you all the time. So look at the goal he gave. The pass he gave Douglas. What's it called? Luis.
Ah,
Yes. It
well,
was
please
a
don't remind me of that very
pass.
That was
sweet game. That game was too
I
sweet.
don't think
Like
I know any striker in the Premier League right now that can give that kind of pass from that
there's
far.
no
I don't
there's
know.
there are very few players in the world self that can give that kind of pass.
It was
Talking
like
of a striker.
Benzema can in his day, Suarez can, but in current football now, I don't think
Mm.
there is anybody that is under 30. I don't think there's any player that I know that is a striker under 30 now that can give that kind of pass.
Well, we could say Jao Pedro, but again, Jao Pedro is not like a typical nine.
It's not as
He
well true.
probably can do that pass.
He can do that
Yeah,
kind of
And
pass.
the
so
best, we have not seen the best of João Pedro's game,
Joao Pedro
but
is a solid player. I like the guy. Like
very
he is
lovely
also,
guy.
I've not seen the best. Like I can imagine João Pedro
in a
playing on
useless team, that's the problem.
when he goes to
Well,
play with a good coach, a good system. Like this is where system comes into play.
Che,
Like
yeah.
give me Joao Pedro. Arsenal would have won the league this match.
sure, for sure.
Now I'm
Yeah,
sure of there's no
no, for sure, no,
Joao
yes.
Pedro.
You'd have solved a lot of the problems
You
because
see
the
all
guy
those
comes.
ones that Gyökeres cannot control the ball, that
Yeah.
cannot run with
Yeah.
the ball. Joao Pedro
Yeah.
that doesn't know who to pass to. Joao Pedro.
Yeah.
No, sure.
Even
Okay.
Richarlison. Richarlison at our
You
nine.
take Richarlison at Arsenal.
I'm saying Richarlison at our nine would have won the league since.
No, Richarlison is a weird striker
He's
because
just injury.
sometimes
He's
he.
highly injury prone. That's his problem. So he will play well 4 games. He will be out 7 games. Come back
Apart
4
I
from,
games.
also don't think
apart
he's a
from his
9-9. I don't think
No,
he's a
you
so
proper
know,
9.
you know the reason why I'm calling those kind of strikers that those are the kind of strikers that the
although
Arsenal system benefits excellently well. You have to be able to play with your teammates. You don't, as a striker, you don't get the ball and the next thing on your head is I'm running at goal.
But again, is this not Arteta's problem? Because let's look at it like this. Like I know people keep saying that Arteta deviated from Pep a lot. But if you really deep it, I think we talked about this a few weeks ago. Like Arteta actually keeps copying Pep.
It's not,
Like,
he didn't
okay,
deviate from Pep.
yeah, so the way Arteta, the way Pep does his fullbacks, 4 centre backs that time, Arteta copied it. He now
Yeah.
has 4 centre backs basically playing as defenders. So I think the deviation here is that, and his striker, you remember he bought Jesus, then used
And
Harvest as
those are
striker.
Pep players.
Like
No,
like the
those are
way
the early
Pep
days. Those are
does.
the early days, by the way, whereby it was
Yeah, those
more
are
like
Pep type
what
players.
you have
But
available.
I think the deviation I'm trying to say here is that him buying Haaland, because Haaland is such an atypical Pep striker that I think Arteta looked at it and said, you know what, let's win now. We just need somebody to just score all these chances. Just bully defenders, be fast and score. We don't need a playing playmaker type of nine. And that's why they went for Georg
No, so
over Sesko.
you have to know that Gyökeres himself was not even the player Arsenal wanted. It was Sesko. Arsenal
yeah,
chased
we
Sesko
said
for
that.
1 year. For 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
The problem was Arsenal was in a very tight financial fix, whereby Arsenal cannot spend more than a particular amount. Sesko's club wanted 90 million. The agent now wanted another crazy amount of money again. Arsenal knew that they had to buy, they had to buy more than one player. So their budget was, you know what, let us agree to 60, 65 million for Sesko, then the rest will be performance based. The Leipzig said no. And that dragged on and on and on and on and on. And the season was going to start. We know we need a striker. So Gyökeres himself, his agent offered himself to Arsenal and say, Gyökeres, you know where Gyökeres went on strike at Sporting? That if you don't accept Arsenal's offer, I'm not playing again. So it was a case of, yes, we need a striker, we need someone experienced that we want, but Gyökeres is saying, I'm ready to do whatever right now. And if payment was okay, the salary he wanted was decent, wasn't asking for crazy wages, the payment structure was fine. So it was a case of, if we can't get Sesko, let us go for this one that we can work with. That's the thing.
And then what
And that was
you know what I've always said about Sesko, this is his first season. By next season, Arteta will figure out a better way to use him, or he's also going to get used
you
to
mean
playing.
Gyökeres? Gyökeres for me, as in
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I think what I like about him is that he's willing to learn, like he's willing to he has this very I'm not that I know I don't have the ball technicality of Harvard, so
Yeah,
but I'm
but
willing
you
to
can't
do
train somebody to be technically good at that
yeah,
stage.
but I'm
Like
willing to
you have it or
do
you have
a lot
it.
more to show that I should be part of this squad. You know that kind of
I feel like they will like if Harvard comes back, Harvard is starting again.
Harvard
Either
starting.
For
that or
sure,
they
for
go
sure.
look for another striker again.
But I think that what I'm
I don't
thinking
think
right now
Gyökeres
is
is
that I
starting
think
next season.
Jesus will
They want to
leave,
win.
and when Jesus leaves, Arsenal will get that kind of like a striker that can play both attack mid.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I
You
feel
that
like
guys,
you get
you
another
guys
nine
need
in there.
like a Jao Pedro kind of striker.
I would say maybe
Probably
more. I would be say maybe more like a Bruno kind of player,
But you
not
guys
Jao
are linked
Pedro.
with Alvarez, so maybe you guys will go for
a
Alvarez.
hair like an Alvarez
Alvarez comes.
exactly. Like Alvarez.
Hey, da, da,
So
da,
that
da,
yeah. I
da,
don't
da,
think
da.
Gyökeres is starting again. He's going to be backup striker
If
now. He will
Alvarez
play.
comes,
Yeah,
ah,
someone be playing against.
Sopo Utilo, yeah, Sopo Utilo.
Yeah, someone be
Yeah.
playing against West Ham and co. Just come and fight defenders. He's not going to
But
start
anyways, let's
anymore.
move on. Not today is not Arsenal state. That's not a good.
Yes, that's
Move
the
on. Let's move on. We're kind of done with our weekly roundoffs, unless you have anything to say about any of the games. Like, yeah,
No,
I have one question for everybody. Like, there are four questions, and it's based on this week games. So, who was the fraud of the week? Based on all the games you watched, your player of the week, take of the week, and the club in trouble. Who wants to go first?
oh, does this include Champions League? Because I already
or
talked
just
about
Premier
Champions
League.
Just
League. Why not? If we talk Premier League, I want to talk Champions League.
Premier League. It's
Well,
Premier League.
because I mean, I will talk.
votes now since you've said that. So go ahead.
All right.
Player of the
Player of the week,
Okay.
Luis Diaz. Luis
Okay.
Diaz. I think Luis Diaz was the best player in that game. Like I think Luis Diaz has finally found a place that benefits his style of play more than even Liverpool, which is crazy. I always thought Liverpool would be like the pinnacle of his this thing, but Luis Diaz has really impressed. I was so impressed by his game. And fraud of the week. The referees for both games because of those crazy penalty calls that both of them did, which I hate so much. I hated both penalty calls. They were so stupid. The handball ones, both of them were very, very silly. Like, what do you expect the player to do in that situation? We need more people that actually think about it in those terms. More referees that think about it like, okay, yes, he hit his hand, but what do you want him to do in that situation? Where is his hand supposed to be? Yeah, a human being, you have played football, you know that your hand cannot just magically disappear. So I think those are the frauds. What was your other question? Team?
Yes, the take of the week, like, yeah, any hot takes from the weekend.
Okay, hot take of the week. Well, Premier League. I'm begging all the Premier League managers to settle down and watch that Bayern PSG game and say, you know what, let's entertain these people again. We have cried with this our boring, boring football. Let's go back to being proper entertainment because
Don't
that
worry.
game.
When the owners that are losing money to relegate him, let them tell you that one.
That's the thing. It will never change. I know it's just a dream because
As West Ham is on the way to relegate now, you know that the way their owners are thinking about the amount of revenue that will be lost. Don't even.
And then
the
lastly,
whole
the club in trouble.
Arsenal.
The club that is probably going to win the Champions League and the Premier League.
I give up.
Arsenal.
I give up.
I don't know who will win, but I don't know. I don't know who will win between Atletico and this thing. But as you can see, we are here to support one team. So hopefully, the team that I am looking supporting to reach final, will reach final and help me lose to PSG or Bayern. I don't care who wins out of those two. Like one of them just to win that Champions League. That the football will change because football
Football will
basically
not
is a
change.
copying
Football
thing.
will
You
not
just keep
change.
copying who is successful. Um, Pretty much Bayern and company copied this thing of last season.
Enrique.
Yes.
PSG, Enrique of last season, because it's still the same rotational football, but they are less possession hungry. are more direct and they won't
But
mark more
Bayern
with
has
their
always been a
defending.
direct team. That's what I don't get. Like Pep was the only person that changed their direction of life. Bayern does
Yeah,
not know. Bayern will score you
but
10 goals if you allow them. Bayern of Robben
again,
and Ribéry, they don't stop scoring.
yeah. Well, those are different. This thing now, those are classic wingers,
They don't.
which
So what? So it's not PSG because when I saw the game against what's it called Bayern PSG, I was like, this is how Bayern have always played football. They go from defense like this, the ball goes to, and that's why. Think about it this way: name a single midfielder that Bayern had that was a ball playing midfielder. Name one. They've only had
oh,
one.
you know that they had Javi Martinez, oh. They had Xabi Alonso, they had
No, Xabi
Schweinsteiger.
Alonso is not a ball playing midfielder. He's like the get the ball forward midfielder.
Martinez with them.
Hmm?
When was Martinez with them?
No, Javi.
No,
There's another
Javi
Javi
Martinez
that's
was Spanish guy.
I
Yeah,
don't
it
I
was
don't remember.
Spanish.
I even picture the
The
guy in my head.
Spanish, yeah, it was a Xabi Alonso clone, basically,
The
Ah,
but with
most,
more passing and more DL.
the most ball.
Schweinsteiger, Cruz was also a Bayern player. They play out there.
Think about Cruz as well. How does Cruz play?
Cruz is a possession
I say think
hungry.
about how
He's
does
a
he play?
midfield orchestrator.
Get the ball, long pass forward. That was Cruz specialty, right?
Oh, no,
Now
he's
the
more of
only
an orchestrator. He's
also,
more of a Xavi, like
now
keep moving,
hold
now
the
keep
ball.
wait
passing and
wait
controlling
Mike
everybody.
between
Who
Cruz
used to
and
control the
Thiago
game?
Alcantara, which of them is a proper orchestrator of a central midfielder?
Between
Who?
Cruz and who?
Cruz and Thiago.
I
Oh,
think I'll put Thiago.
Thiago Self was even in Bayern. Yes. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
And
it was
who took
involved
Thiago to
that
Bayern? Who took
though.
Thiago to Bayern?
Alcantara.
Who took Thiago to Bayern?
Alcantara, my guy.
Who took
Yeah.
Thiago to Bayern?
Is was it
Yeah.
Pep? Was Pep now?
So
But
Okay,
they've always had ball playing
my
midfielders. That's what
turn
I'm
now.
saying.
Let me see. What do I want?
fraud of the week, player of the week, your
My
hot
cloud
take of
of
the
the
week.
week.
No,
Hmm.
fraud of the week. Fraud of the week.
Fraud of the week. My fraud of the week is VAR, and for one reason, um, there has to be there has to be consistency in your own definitions. First of all, the handballs I have no problems with because UEFA already told the teams that ball deflecting off your body to your hand away from your body is a foul. All the teams in the Champions League know that. Premier League does not punish you for that. The one I have a problem with was the Eze penalty because the law, as they have written, said the referee can only change his mind if it was a clear and obvious error, meaning that there was no contact between the guy and Eze. Not that you now saying, I don't think the contact could have fallen easy. So, because what you simply did there was that you have refereed your own decision, and you all say that, and VAR says that, oh, we don't want VAR to re-referee. What simply happened in that game was the VAR room officiated the game differently and literally convinced the on-field referee to change the penalty. I'm not saying it was a penalty or not. I'm just saying that to the letter of the law, according to what VAR says they did. In that case, they were wrong because if the referee had not given it in the law, if the referee did not give it, VAR will not give it, right? Because the VAR will say it's not a clear and obvious error from the referee. So why will it now be that the referee gave it and VAR is now saying it's not a penalty, which is also because it's not a clear and obvious error. There was contact. There was a foul. You now saying that, oh, I don't think the foul was enough after you're giving the penalty, despite that even the VAR couldn't rule it out. That's why they told you to go and watch it. And you had to watch it like 13, 11 times, meaning that it wasn't a clear. That's why I said to the VAR. I'm not blaming the referee. I just don't like the system of how they set it up such that someone in the VAR room miles away can decide the outcome of a game just because of how they feel at that point in time. I don't think it's fair. That's why it's VAR. And that's the fraud of the week for me. And also, I blame UEFA. The player of the week for me is Gyökeres. And it's simply because yesterday was the best I've seen him play. No, no,
Against Fulham.
no, and I'll tell you why. Not even because against Fulham. You see
Oh
that
my god.
you see Mike. You see that second
I
goal,
didn't
for
hear me.
example. You see that second goal,
Yeah.
for example. Gyökeres does not make that pass 100 times out of 100 times. Out of
Yeah.
like 100 times out of 100 times. See, the moment when I was watching the game, the minute the ball went that wide and I saw Gyökeres, I even looked away from the screen that defender will collect the ball and we will, you know. The next thing I just saw was Saka scores. I was like, I rewinded my football. I was like, how did Gyökeres pass this ball to Saka? I still didn't believe that Gyökeres could make that kind of pass. Let me be honest
Yeah.
with you.
No,
Number
that was a very good goal. That was very, from
because
AZ's pass to this is a
Is
good
it
goal.
Gyökeres Saka? Like,
now
Yeah.
third
good
goal,
play, good.
Gyökeres is one of the worst players.
You guys know, like, all these things guys are saying is first touch, everything. I have no problem with Gyökeres. Let's just put it on record here.
So that's why I'm
His
saying that
Gyökeres is okay. I don't like this. He gets
no,
more class.
no. See, that's what I'm saying
But
that
go on, go on,
it's
go
my
on.
player of the
Gyökeres
week
is okay
because
for West Ham.
the things he did yesterday are things that even me. First, number
You're
three,
surprised.
Gyökeres cannot score with his head if he's dying. How he scored that Trossard goal?
That's why I say it's Fulham.
Something must have
Fulham
been
has
because
scored on the day.
Gyök-
Like, the
Getting more.
defending for Saka's goal was so bad. There was non-existent. They did
It
not
is
even
this
try.
season.
no, I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that even Gyökeres will get to that ball. That ball for me is going back to Trossard.
Like
So,
Basi
so,
like Basi did not even job with Gyökeres. I cannot even know. Oh, I beg.
and that's why I
Fulham.
agree with the fact that
Fulham,
maybe he's playing for his girlfriend in the stadium because
man.
the
His
things he did
ex-girlfriend.
yesterday were miraculous.
Okay. So
Then
that's your player of
team
the
of the
week.
week,
Then
team
your
of the week, right?
hot take of the week.
Hot take of the week. My hot take of the week is Tottenham is not going to relegate.
Okay, fair enough.
West Ham messed up. Well, yeah.
And then what's the club in trouble?
Club in trouble. Definition of trouble is very relative these days.
Define your own trouble. State
Trouble because some people are always in trouble, like West Ham, they're always in trouble. So
No.
there's no club in trouble. I would say it's Chelsea. But Chelsea too have always been in trouble. So it's Chelsea, and the simple reason is that Chelsea is not going to make Champions League this season. That is definitely sure. Now, the problem is Chelsea cannot afford to stay outside of the Champions League for long. It is going to be severe, and that's where the money they've spent now comes in because being out of the Champions League for long, Chelsea might not be able to meet up with his what's it called, annual amortization cost of the players. It will mean that they will have to push players out and might not be able to buy even player of the same level of the one they are pushing out. It means that they may have to buy even lower standard of players, and that's where I say Chelsea is in trouble.
Fair point, fair point. I think for me, the fraud of the week, yeah, everyone has their eyes on them. Champions League is Liverpool. Like the way they went 2 goals down today. Yeah, I know everybody. I knew mine was going to beat them, but the manner at which they took 2 goals down, like what's this? Like even so, they're definitely a fraud. Yeah, they came, they tried to fight back 2-2. But still, nah, that's fraudulent performance because they're also fighting for something now. And then my player of the week is also in that same fixture. Is Kobe um scored the winner against Liverpool. So and of course we know United are going to Champions League, so that just kind of cemented it. For the thing about Kobe is everybody when they were benching him, I'm never when a coach is benching a player, I don't say why he's not playing because I feel like I can't know more than the coach. That's the coach's job. So when people were when people were complaining that Amorim was benching him,
You know more than Amorim, but continue.
I'm going
never like, oh, why? Because I feel like, and I think Zach that told me this thing one time, like, you're not in the training with the coach. Like, it's coach that knows what he's seeing in training. So I didn't really jump on that bandwagon that, Kobe is being bent, blah, 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 blah. But even doing the halftime talk, they were asking, how would Amorim be feeling now that Meno is playing?
Amorim was just daft, I beg.
Like
Because
Sesko, even he was benching Sesko. So for me,
mm,
I liked my player of the week is definitely Kobe Meno. So, and my take of the week is I'm also shocked. The same as Aki. Looks like Spurs is not going down. That's shocking. I did think they were going to go down.
only just happy that another London Cup is relegated.
I
At least
told you
let
so.
one get out.
Excuse me.
I'm happy that at least another London Club will relegate. Let one shall go.
So yeah, like I guess
but
December.
let's pause with the one. Pause go so.
Yeah,
Okay, go ask. Your five stadium go to championship.
You know,
and
you
I
saw the
guess
video of this Lincoln City got promoted to championship. They were singing or about playing in Tottenham Stadium. A team that came from League One to championship is singing
There's no
about
happening.
how they will play in Tottenham Stadium. Do you know the level of
but let's look at actually the games between West Ham and Spurs, the games remaining. Because I know it's back in Spurs' hand, but
The
I
one
also know that
before we go there, I think my
your last one.
the club in trouble. Of course, Chelsea's in trouble, but I don't want to talk about Chelsea, so I'll just act like as if Chelsea doesn't exist. It's Villa for me. Like I don't understand Villa. This is probably their third straight defeat. Yes, they did rest players, but again, this is Spurs. Like I think Spurs
No,
is a team anybody should be able to like capitalize on or like.
no, I think
So,
I don't agree with your team in trouble simply because Villa's goal this season is just to make Champions League football. They are going to go to Champions League next season. There's no doubt about that. And their major focus now is to try to win a trophy, which is the Europa Cup, Europa League. So their season is on course to be. If they finish top five and win Europa League, this is going to be one of their best season in the probably the history of the club in 30 years. So so they can rest the team today because there's nobody coming behind them in sixth, and that's why they're like even if we lose today, there's no we are resting
So they
players
shouldn't have lost against
for
Spurs that have
Thursday.
not won the
Mana
game.
immediately they
The
consider
manner
this
in which they
You don't get
lost,
the
as
point.
yeah, was
It's a
very
game that
disappointing.
has no
okay, I'm not talking about today's game alone. They've lost like two. I think it's their third
because
back defeat.
because it doesn't matter.
Because and they
Like
even lost against Forest on
you don't get
Thursday,
the point.
so it's
Like
not like
for them
yeah.
now,
Like,
the Europa
anyway,
League is their main goal right now. Unai Emery is not playing the Premier League again. He's like he knows that he only needs one more win to make Champions League. One out of three.
fair enough. Yeah, and
One.
I guess they could. I don't know if Liverpool too can say the same. Liverpool just needs 4 points.
Even Liverpool too is safe.
Yeah,
Liverpool too
but
is
still,
safe.
you still have to play some. You need to.
No,
You don't lose the way you lose like that. Like
no.
anyway,
Once
what
they
am
are
I?
safe, you think if Arsenal had won the league, Arsenal will not be playing Nogard and Co. and Salmon for Champions League football. If the league was sure already, you think Arsenal will not be playing Mari Salmon and go and lose to West Ham
Fair
because the
enough.
league is not. Even last season, Liverpool lost after they have won the league in like 3 games
Yeah.
Yeah.
just because there's no point. So
Playing.
Also fatigue.
Anyways, I still stand that they're in trouble. Okay, Michael, you were saying something about.
But who? Kobe Menu, was I talking about Amorim? That guy we should not talk about. But anyway, what was I trying to say? Amorim's point for not playing what's his name? Kobe Menu is that he wants athletic, defensively sound
Mhm.
box to box players that are playing in that is double pivot.
and
Then he started playing Bruno there.
Amino does not fit that kind of player. That's
Menu does not fit, but then he started playing Bruno there.
But he wasn't getting
Which
results.
it wasn't.
so
So Bruno
Amorim
as
just
well.
complicated
Amorim now,
things.
Joseph, I don't know if you guys saw it. Joseph was like, Amorim deserves credit for where United is right now. I don't
Yes,
believe
they
it,
do.
but
I
he
think that
said
No, he
Amorim
does. They would have finished top five.
would have finished
That
top
if
five
you
with
see,
Amorim as well
yeah,
too.
I feel like
They would have.
I wasn't seeing that.
I
They
would have
would have.
finished top. Well,
They would
again,
have. They would have.
if okay, let's imagine that Maresca never left and Slot just kept doing this is win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win
Because
one, lose one. It would have been battle between Chelsea, the
Man
battle
U.
between him, Liverpool, and Man U for that fifth spot. So they might have made it, but I will not definitely say that they would have. So he
I think they would
deserves
have
some
because they were
credit.
already sixth. They were already sixth or
Yeah.
fifth before what's it called? This guy left. Amorim was
Mm.
sacked. Yeah.
oh yeah,
But doesn't mean that he was a good manager. It was not. It
No,
was not.
no. So, and the thing with Kobe Mino, like you said earlier, with Kobe Mino is like he just didn't fit. It wasn't Mino was not a bad player. Mino just didn't fit the tactics of what the manager wants to play. It's like Arnold in Real Madrid.
yeah, but that's the
But
thing.
your tactics are wrong.
So far,
No,
because
I'm
I
just
Your
don't.
saying
tactics
that.
are wrong for the
Let's.
team.
I'm just talking about Mino now, not like
Yeah, I
so.
understand menus. Yeah, that's what
Same
the
thing
same
with
thing I'm
Arnold
saying.
in Real Madrid. Real Madrid wants a defensive right back.
Mm.
Arnold cannot defend to save his life.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Arnold will not start in that team. So he only plays majorly when it's like a lesser, not really competitive, or they need an extra player in the midfield to launch attack. That's it. So
So Klopp both helped his career and kind of spoiled his
it's what
career
this
a
guy at the
bit
same time.
because Klopp basically engineered that Liverpool team to cover his deficiency so
Yeah.
that the guy will always have space at right.
No,
So Henderson and Fabinho will now drop in and depend for him. But now He should just move into midfield, guys. It's not that hard. Just allow the
So
guy go to
why
midfield.
can't he play midfield Madrid? Like
He can't.
But that
So he
midfield
can't.
is
He
dark,
couldn't even play midfield. So let me tell you what. See the danger
when
of
slot came.
see Shay, the danger of these things is this. Like, so once a player is developing in the academy, like Lewis Kelly right now came to Arsenal as left back. He played his first game in the midfield yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday for the first time. Now Skelly is now caught between. He's not an excellent left back. He's not an excellent midfielder. If this not sure position continues for another 3-4 years, he will also be lost in the fact that he will not be good anywhere, and he will be an easy player to push out in any team. That was what happened to Arnold. So
Yeah. And what
Arnold,
happened to Smith Rowe is a better
that was what
example
even
of it.
happened to Rashford.
Yeah.
Rashford played right wing, left wing, center forward, 10 with under different managers, so that he wasn't excellent in any of those positions eventually. And that's what happens when coaches change all the time, and
Yeah.
coaches not trying to. That's what kills a lot of those players. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, it's football.
Yeah. But
Well,
yeah, Amorim is a terrible manager. Can we continue?
Amorim brought Ahmad. Ahmad was one of Amorim's boy.
I like
That he was playing a right wing back.
Ahmad blew under Amorim.
because today I was thinking about it. That man has not been scoring those goals. That man needs
Ahmad
to
blew
score
under
goals.
Amorim.
No, Ahmad blew under Ten Hag. Oh. He started playing right wing under Ten Hag.
But he
But
still
I'm
continued under Amorim too.
Yeah, but after Amorim was not playing right wing back. No,
So he
next
made the
is
team. He still made the team over mine.
I mean, Amorim was just somebody that cannot defend. That you see that kind of small boy that me and himself, if we enter scrap, I think we not tell him to go and be defending against Syria. I beg, Amorim is a useless one.
All
Man,
right,
that guy
then
is real.
before we go into our predictions, and that's the last thing. So which of any can you guys name one player from mid-table sides that deserves a move into the top four?
Top five. That's it. It's top four, top five now.
Yes, now it's now
It's
top.
like top five, top six now. Top five.
So who is now if it's top six now? Who is the sixth position? Brentford or Brighton?
No, if you're not going to Champions League, we don't count you, please. Don't
So
don't
Alright, so let's just say top five then.
top five. So
Yeah.
one player in
Yeah,
the
because Chelsea is not in the top, so let's just
And
say top
Chelsea,
are
five.
you guys saying that you're going to pick
you
a player
can move some Chelsea players out. That's the thing. I
Yeah,
get
we're
it.
talking about big clubs now. I know Chelsea is not in the top, so let's just keep
So
it.
let's
from
start.
this
Players that deserve. Let me start. I'm going to start this one. Players that deserve big. Can I name two?
a player that
Yeah.
deserves a big
Can I
move
name
to the
two?
top five.
Of
Okay,
course,
yes.
Joao Pedro needs to leave that small club to a
Can we
bigger
not talk
club.
about the top five? Don't forget.
Chelsea
You
is
said
the top
mid-table.
club, man.
You said mid-table. I'm using your. You said mid-table.
Okay, sorry. Taking Chelsea aside, you know where you want to say
Traditional top six.
taking Chelsea. What
We can't
player
exclude Chelsea from this one.
taking
Please,
Chelsea?
we can't. Joao Pedro, Enzo Fernandez, Reece James.
Can you
No,
all the
what
whole
is
team
this?
now? Why not the whole
I will leave
team?
Kopama to the team. Kopama will be the captain of the team. Should get out of that club
Okay, now to serious
before
business.
Chelsea destroys their career
To
at the
serious
end of
business.
like.
Okay, thank you for that, but to more
Okay,
serious
let me
business.
seriously now. Let me go. Like, I think Baleba deserves a big move to Man U needs a midfielder seriously. Even Chelsea needs a midfielder of his caliber seriously. Baleba walks into the Chelsea's midfield immediately. Immediately, because I feel Baleba, Enzo Caicedo is a good solid will be a solid good what's it called, a combination. Baleba can move the ball both forward and attack defensively, is good, he's mobile. He's more mobile than Enzo. Enzo is a good scorer. He gets into the box late. Caicedo will cover the space. So Caicedo will be more like the Declan Rice kind of thing. And Baleba, I think Baleba walks into any midfield. Even I would even say Man City, because Bernardo Silva is leaving. So I'll say Man City, Man U as well too. I'll say Baleba and also to Elliot Anderson as well. Both of them
Okay,
deserves like a good top six move.
Yeah.
okay.
Elliot Anderson for sure. Baleba this season, Baleba. I like Baleba as a player, but Baleba this season, I feel did not did not perform as highly as I expected. I think the better midfield for Chelsea is actually Watson. And
Yeah,
that's
Watson
was
as
my
well too.
second pick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Watson
that's was my second pick. I think Adam Watson will change any midfield he walks into,
Watson.
including Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea. Ooh, just imagine Watson, Enzo, and Caicedo. So Caicedo will basically just be that Kante running around the
When you
midfield.
finish, when you finish, I want to mention something the way you're talking.
Then Watson will be like the passer creator of this. So I think that one works. It's
That
hard to say Igor Thiago
It's hard to say. I
because
left him
while I
off
like
completely.
him, yeah, while I like him, I don't know whether he's giving me in a very weird way. He's giving me Wissa vibes in the sense that yeah, no, Wissa was very good last season. Wissa was excellent last season, but at the same time, you look at him and be like, will this guy really fit any other big team like that?
Well,
It
are you
doesn't feel that way.
judging Wisa at Newcastle? For me, I like to chill before I judge
No,
players. He's been injured, so we can't
Yeah.
judge
no.
yet.
Even from last
Players.
season, I was always
You
saying
look at
Mbeumo
players.
will get a big move, but Wissa doesn't feel
Some
like that
players
kind of
play
player.
well in his team structure.
Fair enough.
Once you're out of
Mm-hmm.
that structure, they don't do well.
Yeah,
And that's why
yeah.
that Thiago for me. I want to watch him in the World Cup to see how he plays with Brazil. Then I can make my
Mm,
decision on him.
For me,
yeah,
you guys have
that
said it. Anderson for me. Like I hope one. I hope. I think City is going for him. I don't know. I don't know how true it is. There's been rumors like
There will be another
he's
Spanish midfielder. Don't worry. They will
also
ship
City
one
is
from
not going to
Spain
go
again.
for him.
but if Rodri leaves, I think they're getting Anderson and then another
Okay,
player.
Anderson for me. I don't see. I can't think of anybody else. The other people I'll think about. I don't know who does the scouting for Bournemouth. I'll say Senesi too. And Senesi, we can do with the Senesi at Chelsea. Senesi too. Yeah, but the thing is, Senesi. I don't think Arsenal needs Senesi. So maybe it's a team like Chelsea or Spurs that will need. But Spurs also have.
Because
I don't think they need Senesi. So I'm going to just stick with Elliot Anderson. And Anderson can walk into City, Man United, can walk into the Manchester teams easily. So yeah,
You see, it's
that's
something I want to chip in what Mike said. You see, Mike, see the way you crafted Chelsea's midfield and you push Palmer out of it. That's
I
exactly,
don't.
I'm saying that's exactly every coach Chelsea have had with Palmer. Everybody does not see Palmer in their midfield.
so can they sell him?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I've said this for a long time. It doesn't make Palmer necessarily a bad player,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but with the Chelsea squad, Palmer has only one place he can play at, and he's not even the best in that position, which is right wing forward.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Because
that
That's
is
why.
the
That's
big
why. That's why I
problem.
keep saying a 3-4-3 is the best formation for Chelsea. Three
So
four
which
three is the
means
best
depending
that,
on the
formation.
no,
coach.
Mike, which means that the coach is setting up for Palmer because of
Yeah,
Palmer.
they keep setting up for Palmer,
And that's
And
where
which
then
is
I've been
not
Palmer
saying
right.
is
this
not informed. That's
for a long
problematic.
time.
It's not form per se. I think it's
It's
just the way
how
the
he
tactics
plays.
are.
It's
Like
See, like if
Pochettino's
no,
tactics.
no, I'm just saying, if as a coach you're setting up for one player, that's problematic. I don't
exactly
like
to
that.
accommodate one player.
You can't do that.
That's the problem.
Because
Yeah, but
injury
clubs do
not
that. Like
informed,
Man
then
City is
No,
basically
you
doing
can't do
that
it.
now.
So we know that in 3-4-3 does not maximize some other player's strength. It only
Mhm.
Yeah, all your
maximizes
wingers
Palmer.
are dead. Well, at least Garnacho and Gittins and
So all
Neto.
your
People are
wingers,
not really.
all your wingers are dead for one player
Chelsea has
Mhm.
a plethora of
of
wingers.
wingers. So, and that's why I said that I don't, and as I always say, like Palmer is not the problem, but Palmer's talent is not a central midfielder. He's more of a Bruno-like kind of player, whereby they want to play
Mhm.
at the edge of the box. And you
Yeah,
can see to the Man U right now, Man U don't play with wingers anymore. Man U are not playing, they're
exactly.
not playing wingers just to
Yeah,
maximize Bruno's strength
yeah.
because of that. So it's a tricky thing because Palmer does not fit into. I saw Maresca struggled with it, Pochettino struggled with it, even Liam struggled with it. Where to play
Why are
Palmer?
we
Liam
counting
not
Liam?
struggle with.
Why are we counting Liam
No, I'm
into
just saying that
Pochettino?
even Liam as well too, because
Liam not struggle with, please.
no, I'm just saying that. No, I'm just saying that because I saw Pochettino start doing. I think I told you Shay, that time that I told you that time. I said Palmer and Enzo and Caicedo in that midfield, they don't work well together, and that
The only question I have is when
The-
Palmer was playing under Pochettino and was flourishing, where were they playing him at?
he was right wing too.
was
So,
right, but he was playing as a floating
He was
ten,
right
just playing
wing
from the right
coming. It
wing.
was more like right
so
wing.
that
So that
is
that's
not
right
a
there is what
sustainable formation.
it's not the
Because
position.
what?
I think it's the tactics itself.
So why
Like
is not
Pochettino was
sustainable?
playing
So why is
a
not?
aggressive front-footed tactics, not structured ball.
So why is not?
That helps someone like Palmer
Yeah.
to like make passes to Jackson, who's always running in.
And then this
Hey, he
we have
doesn't. He's
Malaga.
not. Yeah, he's not a ball playing 10, but he can make strong, risky passes and
That's why I
make
said
those
it's just like
passes
Bruno.
properly.
So why it's not
Mhm.
working again is that in that system, Jackson can cover the whole field. Jackson was like Declan Rice. Jackson can cover if Chelsea loses the ball. Jackson is one of the probably the only attackers back in the box. The moment
Yeah.
Jackson's coverage left, Palmer has struggled since Jackson is not playing.
Mhm.
And also, too, if you watch most, Jackson is very intelligent with his runs and such that his only weakness is finishing.
So
Only
good.
weakness
Yeah.
is finishing.
Cool.
Such
And
that
that
only
was where
weakness.
I always wondered, like, so why didn't they transfer Jackson to the left? So why didn't they transfer him to where he didn't need
Yeah,
to
exactly. Well,
go?
because Chelsea wanted to be buying and selling
Yeah.
players as
Only
if because
position, only
trading is their
weakness he
Where
has.
thing.
And
Jackson,
also,
because where
look,
Jackson was coming from, was he not playing as on the left? He
no,
was a
no,
Yeah, he
so,
makeshift.
was a winger
So it
when
was
he
no,
a
so,
first
makeshift,
came.
it was a makeshift
There's
striker.
Villarreal, their striker got injured, and they
and
said,
they played him
okay,
as
Exactly.
a
we
9.
already play a counter game. You just come up, and he scored so many goals
So like,
because it was all counter goals.
Why didn't Chelsea
Now,
try that?
think about it this way. So, what they did with Palmer and Jackson was like a yin and yang. Jackson plays close to Palmer in such that when Palmer has the ball, Jackson has intelligence from such that he wants to draw away players
Mhm.
away from Palmer, such
Yeah.
that Palmer can pass the ball to him, or Palmer can take on. He lets it become 1v1. So they play them close to each other, meaning that Jackson has to play as a 9 so that he's close to Palmer at the right wing at the right wing. If you take Jackson to the left, Palmer does not play well on that right.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So,
Okay.
and that's why I said it goes back to Palmer's. Palmer has a lot of weakness, and that's why I used the word that he didn't develop fully in Man City before he left. And that was just trying to say that he has a lot of skills, a lot of talent, but there were aspects of him that were still not that he was still struggling with. He didn't have a clear cut identity of where he plays,
But
which is common.
Jackson,
This is
right?
common with a
Sorry,
lot of pep players, by the way. It's not just him. It's a common thing with
but
pep players.
I want to talk about Jackson. So, are you saying that Jackson? You already say he makes intelligent runs. Are you saying that he cannot make those same intelligent runs on the wing? Like he
So
doesn't have to
on the
be
left,
a
it's going
So
to be
it's
paying
not that
far
if
away from
Jackson making
Palmer.
those moves on the
yeah,
left,
but then the passes are still going to
No,
go from
don't
right
think
to left.
so. Think about it this way.
he may
So
not be
no,
able
no,
to cross the ball. He may
he
not be able
won't
to cross.
draw. He won't
Yeah, he
draw
won't be able to
players away
cross the
from
ball. Yeah.
Palmer. He won't draw players away from Palmer. So if you
I
watch
think what
Arsenal,
he's
for
saying that
example,
he has
watch
to play.
Arsenal
Jackson has to play centrally
close
for
to
Palmer
Palmer.
to
Yeah.
benefit.
If you watch Arsenal, for example, when Saka has the ball and he's double up, Ben White makes a run or Havertz makes a run. The run is not to collect the ball; it's to draw someone away so that Saka can move. It's not
Yeah.
because they want the ball. And also, too, if your defense slips off, Saka can pass to either of them. And that's why Saka and Timber don't work well together. The way Saka and Ben White work well together.
But
Timber does not make those
all
runs.
of goes back to sporting directors and squad
Yeah,
building.
they didn't.
The squad
That,
building at Chelsea. That means when they were building the squad at Chelsea, I don't think they had any coach in mind. There was just anywhere Bele face. Let's give you all these players and think about
That is exactly
that
because
was the
think about
problem
it
also.
like Spurs versus Chelsea now. Spurs are a problematic team because they are a Conte team, a Mourinho team, a who came after
The Pochettino
Ange
team, let's
team.
start from Pochettino.
Yeah, Pochettino, they have so many different players for so many, but Chelsea is almost like, oh, this player is young and is good. We buy him, we'll keep him here first. Or your manager, go and figure out. So that's why we have like this blank squad that can do almost anything that any
And
manager wants
I can also not do anything.
because they are not mature
Because, for
enough. Because
example,
they
they
are all
bought
and
Palmer
young.
which
Yeah.
explains why they will go elsewhere and go and succeed.
but they
Because
bought Palmer
Yes,
because Palmer was available, not because Chelsea sat down and said we needed Palmer. They saw that,
yeah,
oh, this guy is
yeah,
available.
yeah, because it was a next transfer.
Yeah.
it was a late transfer.
So
It was supposed to be Ukuku backup as soon as they realized that Ukuku was going to play 10 and not 9 for us. But again, I beg.
As
It
Chelsea,
was it's a lucky transfer that just worked out.
yeah.
as it now, can we say it has worked out if this current form continues? We don't
He
know.
has. He's still a very, very good player.
He's a
Yeah,
very good
Just
it's
player.
good. It's good. It's just that
yeah, he seems to not thrive in a structured environment.
It's a
So they need a
game.
manager that will also. I like Iraola is probably the best manager we can go for if they
Who?
can choose
Iraola.
because
Ah,
yeah, at least if we open up, it will go back to that aggressive front foot football where everybody's running more instead of everybody just trying to
But,
pass possession
but
for possession
I
like
think the
ball.
manager tried him as a false nine, but which one of the managers tried him as a false nine?
Enzo Mares.
That was a
Is it?
game. Was it Palmer?
It
Enzo
it might be because Jackson was our only striker last season.
I think
Enzo
they
Yeah,
tried him as a false nine in one game. Like I don't know how
yeah,
he
it's
did.
probably Enzo. It's probably Enzo.
Enzo
Okay.
Maresca has tried Palmer, Neto, false nine. Enzo Maresca has
Yeah,
tried
yeah, 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 yeah.
players as false.
Against Fulham.
So
Yeah, yeah,
because Foden has the same problem as Palmer as well too. They too, they Foden too is not a proper central midfielder as well. So he doesn't really have a position whereby he can say this is
I
where Foden
played left,
plays.
middle, and
He
right.
can't say this is where he plays.
All right, that's it today from us. So let's just go quickly to our predictions. Who's going first? But next week, I think it's a double game week next week. So,
not
uh,
for only like two clubs.
uh,
Game week
uh
36.
game week 36. Akin, want to go first?
Liverpool Chelsea. Battle of the
Yeah,
battle of the failing
Bad.
clubs. This game. Well, let's say I'll say Liverpool win. Not because the two of them are not useless right now, but one is just more useless than the other. Brighton should win this one. Unless Wolves want to say I will drag anybody as many as possible down with me, which is bad behavior. Fulham Bournemouth. I think Fulham win this game. It's difficult to beat Fulham in their home. But away, they are like for the taking away. Sunderland Man U. Man U will continue their winning spree. Man U wins. Man City Brentford. How will I predict a win for this game? Draw. I'll now go and fast and pray. And go to Mount Oreb. Something must happen. Pray until something happens. Burnley Villa. Villa would win. Beat Burnley. Palace Everton. I think Everton wins the game because Palace is trying to keep their players fresh for Conference League. Nottingham Forest Newcastle. Newcastle's newfound form with Osula. Forest is safe, so I think their ginger to not relegate will reduce. So I think Newcastle will win this one. Arsenal West Ham. West Arsenal win. Spurs Leeds. Spurs will beat Leeds. And that will be the game that keeps Spurs in the Premier League. And lastly, Man City Crystal Palace. Man City will beat Crystal Palace.
Okay, Michael.
Okay. Liverpool Chelsea. The Chelsea win. I say it with zero confidence that Chelsea will actually win this game. But Chelsea win. Fulham Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth are going to win this one. I think Fulham are on the beach now. Fulham was so bad yesterday. They were so defensively. No, Basti and the whole defense was just terrible. Sunderland Man United. Ooh, Man United win. I think Sunderland have kind of lost their momentum a little bit. Brighton Wolves, Brighton win. Man City, Brentford. See how tough this game is going to be for Man City. But I think it's Man City win. So it's going to be a very tough game for them. Nottingham Forest, Newcastle, Nottingham Forest win. Newcastle step another club that are not just trying. Newcastle have dropped the most points from winning positions this season, which is such an insane thing. They keep conceding late goals. Even worse than Liverpool. I guess because nobody really watches that many Newcastle games. That's why. Palace, Everton. Everton win. I think Everton have a shout of going to Europe, so they keep trying to play well. Burnley, Aston Villa. Well, it's not looking like Aston Villa always struggle after midweek games in Europa, but it's against Burnley, so I'll still say Aston Villa win. So let's say draw. Aston Villa win. Aston Villa win. I'm praying for Emery. West Ham, Arsenal. Okay, this is this thing now because basically West Ham know that they need points off Arsenal do not relegate,
Mhm.
especially after this weekend. Especially because Tottenham are playing Leeds next. So this game is actually much tougher than even the Man City Brentford one. I would say a draw here.
You don't need to give
Because
the
the
you
way
need to give the salmon before.
is away from
Salmon
home.
is
No,
useless.
no, I want to be sorry, not be like it's just Arsenal hating. This is not hating. This
This is
one is
Arsenal
more
eating. You have
this
hated.
is more
Okay,
realistic
but
this thing.
even before the Brentford whooping, we all
Mm.
suspected West Ham would like they're fighting relegation, so every game is like a final.
Yeah,
And now
and
that they
it's
now
away from home.
oh,
Because I
now,
also agree with you because that is the game that decided that they are relegating or not, not even the last
mhm.
game.
Mm.
So they'll put
Because
up
they
Yeah.
are playing
yeah.
Newcastle next after
Mm.
Arsenal, and I think Palace is the last game.
Yeah, I think so too.
So
Alright,
they
so Tottenham leads.
need to safe.
Leeds
So
win. Leeds win. I'm still hoping for Tottenham to go and play Lincoln City in the Champions League next season. Championship next season. Man City Palace. Man City win. Yeah.
Okay. Liverpool, Chelsea. I don't know. I feel like
Palace is fighting relegation. No,
who's
you know,
fighting with Palace?
later they are not far away.
Who?
Even Newcastle is not far away now. They're not
Newcastle is not
mathematically
far.
safe. Are they mathematically safe?
Yeah, they're
Oh,
mathematically
Newcastle.
safe.
Yes, yes, yes. Newcastle. Leeds by now is mathematically safe. It's basically just two clubs now
Okay,
between
so
Spurs and West Ham.
Liverpool,
Yes, no, yeah.
Chelsea. Unfortunately, a Liverpool win. I don't. Maybe a 2-1. Chelsea will score, but two bad eggs. Liverpool win. Brighton win. Brighton Wolves. Brighton win. I don't know what happened the last Brighton game. I guess Newcastle was needed something. Fulham, Bournemouth. Bournemouth win. Yeah, those guys play. Manchester United win over Sunderland. Yep. But this is Sunderland is playing at home more. Yeah, this is a tough one, but no.
That's what we say for Nottingham Forest now. The Nottingham Forest caught them and give them how
So,
many? 5-0 before 0.
I don't know what happened that day, but
Yeah.
Manchester City, Brentford. This is a tough game, but I guess City will still. I don't know. City will win, maybe 3-1. Brentford will probably score one goal, but City win. I backed Villa the last time, but Villa win against Burnley. Everton Palace a draw. Not these defensive minded clubs. Forest Newcastle. It's a tough one as well. I'll go for Forest Newcastle. I'll go for Forest win because Forest playing Forest win. Arsenal. Let me just go for a draw. But Arsenal will beat West Ham. Should this be my only standalone or what did I can predict? West Ham Arsenal. Arsenal win. Arsenal win. Spurs versus Leeds. Spurs win. And Manchester City win. So yeah. Yeah. That's not one is what I'm not sure about, but I'll just stick to Arsenal win. I kind of feel it to be a draw, but Arsenal wants to win the league, so they're going to. So yeah. Okay. Okay, thanks everyone. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Tell us if sports is going to relegate or yeah, you can comment on our predictions and see you guys next week.